Yeah, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about two movies, but in general, the concept is to advise you guys on movies you shouldn't watch once you begin to watch it. Meaning, if you start watching a movie and for some reason it feels like it's getting tedious and drawn out and you're feeling disengaged from the film, then you should start watching it. I am an advocate for do not give any film or TV series any pass for the first 15, 20 minutes. You just don't. If you feel like a movie is just not doing it for you, don't try to wait it out for it to get interesting. It's not worth it, especially in this time and age when there's a plethora of movies available to be consumed. It's just a matter of finding the quality. So that being said, I have a movie here that I think that you shouldn't watch the moment you start to watch it. That movie is regretting you. Now, why you shouldn't watch this and why I tuned out to watch it from watching it? One, the color grading is atrocious. The bland, pastel, plasticity, white, off-white color that flourishes the film is so grating and so off-putting. And this is a film about young love and betrayal and this, that, and the third. I'm not going to go into the characteristics and who the movie stars. It's not worth it. Point is, the color grading is one. The acting and the dialogue is just phenomenally bad.
I don't
Okay, I've got a job. Take the money.
I don't actually expect you to. Pleasure doing business with you.
Conversations that they have is beyond it feels like people who were in high school that fantasized about how it would be to be the beautiful girl or the cool guy and how they would interact together. This is just like a fever dream, a fantasy of sorts from the writers. That's the impression I get in how they understand the dynamic or what they think the dynamic would be when these people come across each other. So when the cool guy is talking to the shy girl, she's available, she's beautiful, but he has a girlfriend and she's kind of teetering around the edge of if them starting a relationship eventually. The conversation that ensues that supposed to highlight the chemistry between these two individuals is basic, bare bones. It feels like it's literally written by a teenager. And adults couldn't write this. And I can imagine the level of embarrassment the actors must have felt while engaging in this material because the script is so bad. The side characters is bad. The supporting actors are bad. The road and the trajectory in which we see the film is gonna go. It doesn't warrant your engagement for you to stick around for it to things to unravel itself and you'll get some sense of drama and investment in it. No, don't bother doing that. Again, it's just a waste of time. Teenagers falling in love trope and the extra girl on the side but it's just done in such a banal, tactless, basic, just unimaginative way that it doesn't warrant your attention. So that's regretting you. Instead, I would advise you guys to watch Aftermath. Now, this is not a low budget film. It's not starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's more of an adult centric film. It's not particularly geared towards the female side, like romanticism, like what Regretting You, the audience that Regretting You would be for. It's more of an adult type of film, the material that it engages with. And it's on the okay time. I would much rather you guys watch that film instead of Regretting You. So it's an exploration of grief, depression, wrath, regret, especially grief. If you know the story around that film, you would understand why there are these themes that are inherently baked into the script and how the writers and how the director goes about exploring that. Usually, through anger and a deep sense of depression for each character, depending on the perspective from where they're coming from. It's a serviceable script, though in places it's very disappointing, and there could be a lot more done with that conclusion, especially seeing how both titular characters were on a crash course. Well, not necessarily a crash course, but they were weaving and they were interplaying their experiences where it felt like eventually there would be a intersection between both characters, and they would have to deal with the tragedy, and they had to talk about it, and there would be some sort of catharsis whenever these two major characters crossed paths. That didn't pan out. In fact, I was very surprised they went in the direction they went. It was good that they didn't pull their punches in that regard, but it was also bad because I think most people would prefer a more cathartic, a more engaged ending where both characters could actually talk about the issue and confront the feelings from both sides. And that's what the movie was culminating towards, for these two figures to eventually just, and that would be the creme de la creme, the thing that would give the movie a deep sense of substance, because the audience, I was warming up to that eventual um interaction, but it didn't pan out that way. So would I recommend it over regretfully you? Yes, but there's plenty of movies out there you can see, but this isn't not worth your time. The performances was good. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he performs, he's very limited in his range. And for the most part, his performance is just walking around solemn, sad, depressed. You don't get a sense of any internal turmoil and angst and anger and, something beneath the surface where you can see just bubbling, waiting to be unleashed. There's no, so he's just walking around serious and sad, which is supposed to give the impression that he's severely depressed, which I guess that's the best he can do. The A1 performer to me was Scoot McNairy by a landslide. Scoot McNairy really went all out in the weight of the the reality of things playing out the way that it did, and really giving you a sense of that how torn apart, how the internal fight and struggle, that visceral sense of damage that he would have felt upon realizing what he had done, even though it's questionable as to whether or not he actually did anything, but he was involved, or he was a major player in the things turning out the way that they did. So that's it for my review, and that's it for me. And yeah, don't watch Regretting You. It's a bad film. Just don't. All right. Peace.